Good morning, everyone. We're going to start today, and we're going to do a little bit more football skills today. So we're going to be doing our crouch lift, our hand passing, and we're going to do a bit of jumping as well today. And we're going to do some soloing as well. Okay, so we're going to start similarly to before. So we're going to do a little bit of a warm up to start, and then we're going to do some different games with jumping, and then we're also going to finish up, and we're going to do 3 or 4 different football skills. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our warm-up. So make sure you get into your space. Okay. So what I want you to do is to be able to your high knees, getting your knees up as far as your tummy. Okay. So knees up, go for 15 seconds, and making sure to be moving your hands opposite arm to opposite leg. Okay, right. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do our crisscross jumping jacks. So remember, we're switching our feet. So from last week, if anyone was on, so you're trying to switch your feet when you're doing your jumping jacks. Okay, so when your arms are up, your hands are out, and then when your legs are crossing, then you've got your hands beside your side. Okay, so arms out, feet out, but switching over, crossing over. Trying to make sure that you're putting, when you're switching over, that it's the different foot that goes in front each time. So if your left foot in front the first time, then it's your right foot that comes in front. Okay, next one we're going to do is we're going to do our around the world. So I think you would have done this a little bit with Rob as well. Okay, so we've got our football. So go back as far as you can into your space. So what we're going to do is you're going down as if you're sitting down into a half frog, and you're going to walk forwards, but you're going to switch the ball through or pass it from one hand to the other while walking forward. We'll go back to the start again. So sit down nearly into our frog, ball in one hand, and you try and pass it through your legs while you're walking forward. Good. We'll do one more just going forwards. Yeah. So down in the frog. Passing the ball through your legs. Okay. Now we're going to go back and we're going to make it a little bit harder. So we're going to do it forwards, and then we're going to do it going backwards. So without taking a break, you're going to get to the end of your room, and then you're going to do it in reverse. Okay. So down we go through the legs. And when you get to the end of your space, can you do it while going backwards? It's a little bit more difficult. Okay, take a little break. Wriggle out your legs. That's sore for your upper legs. And then we're going to do one more go forward and back. Then we go again. And backwards. Okay, next one we're going to do is we're going to side to side. So like last week we did our side to side, we're trying to keep our feet from touching. This week we're going to be doing side to side, but we're going to go all around our back. Okay, so what I want us to do is, I've got more space going this way. So if you're younger, junior, seniors, it's okay if you're walking side to side like this. Okay, and then you'll do it back one the other way. If you're a little bit older, what I'd like you to do is side stepping side to side. Okay, so can you be doing your side steps while moving the ball around your body? Okay, so we're going to do it once. We're going to do it where you bring the ball from behind you to in front, starting off. So it comes around your back and in front of you. And then when we do it the next time, we'll start in front and we'll bring it around the other way. Okay, so first one, ball starts behind your back, and we're going to go bring it around in front of our tummy. Okay, so behind my back, in front of my tummy. Trying to switch the ball into the different hand with every step you take. So the nice quick hands. That's 4. And 5. Okay, now we're going to do it around the other way. So what you want to do is ball starts in front, and instead of bringing it from back around to your front, you're bringing it from front around the other way to your back. Okay, so it starts in front and comes around to your back. So ball in front, we're going to do 5 up and downs again. One. That's 3. 2 more. And last one. Okay. Now, next one we're going to try and do is we're going to practice getting down into our crouch lift position, okay? So when we want to pick up the ball from the ground, we have to bend our hips and our knees in order to get low enough to get down to the ball. So what I want to see here, I'll put my cone down just so the ball doesn't move, okay? So we want to keep the ball as stable as we can. So if you have something, maybe a cushion or a blanket in your room, so say I've got a cushion here or a pillow, if you want to put it on that so it's not rolling around on the ground, do that as well. But I've got my cone, so I just turn it upside down so I can leave it in there so it's not going to move. So what I want us to do is the foot that you'd normally put beside the ball when you're trying to pick the ball off the ground, you're going to put that ball or that foot a little bit in front of the ball, and you're going to have between your legs, under your hips, the ball is going to be down. So what I want you to do is you're going to touch your knee down off the ball, okay? So we're going to touch our knee down off the ball. So we're going to do 10 of them on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'll switch over to the other side. So now I'm going to use my other leg. So remember, the leg that goes beside the ball is just a little bit ahead now when we're doing this one. And you're going to touch your other knee off the ball for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Okay. Get a quick little drink for yourself. We'll do one more round. We'll do one more round of that. So get a quick drink, and we'll go again in 15 seconds. Okay. So we're going back. Get back into your space. So first one, if you remember, it's our high knees. So when we're doing our high knees, my knee must come up as far as my tummy. And if I lift my right leg, it's my left arm. So see this angle? That's called 90 degrees. So we want our knee and leg at 90 degrees, and we want our arm and our upper arm, or our forearm and our upper arm at 90 degrees as well. Okay? So we'll go for 15 seconds doing this again. Trying to be really quiet on our feet. So loads of steps, but we're keeping our heels up off the ground. Lovely. Next one, our crisscross jumps. I'll show you my feet this time rather than my arms. Okay, so arms out, start now, feet out, and then you crisscross your feet. There are 20 of these. Two more. Brilliant. Okay. Next one is our forwards and backwards around the world. So down in our little frog position. So down, nearly down as low as our frog, and ball through your legs. If you're getting good at this, try and start moving it quicker from hand to hand, and you can start walking a bit faster as well. We'll take no break this time because we're nearly warm. We'll do 3, we'll take a small break, and then we'll do 3 more of these. Lovely. Stand up, wriggle out your legs, get a nice little stretch, and then we're going to do 3 more of them again. So forward and back, ball through your leg. Okay, so down. Trying to move the ball really quickly from hand to hand through your legs. 1, 2 more. Last one of this. Perfect. So next one is our side to side. So we're going side to side and ball around. Okay. So like last time, we'll start with the ball behind, coming in front this time. So we'll do 5 up and downs, take a break, and then we'll switch from coming from back or front to back. So ball behind our back starting off, side to side, light on our feet, trying to keep our heels off the ground. That's 2, 3, 4, last one. Okay, wriggle out your legs again. And then we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to start ball in front and we're going to move the ball around our body the other direction. Okay, it's the same thing, just the other way. Okay, so 5 up and downs. There's 2 more to do. Last one. Okay, so we'll get our corner or our pillow. Again, whatever we have that will make to keep the ball where it is. And this time, we're going to make it look a bit more like a crouch lift. So instead of just touching our knees down off it, what I want us to do is remember we did our catching before, we had our hands in the letter W. So instead of being a W now, when we're doing our crouch lift, we flip it over and it's an M. So it's here. So M, our fingers and thumb should be making an M, and then our hands are there. Okay? So what we want to be doing is foot here. So your heel is just beside the top of the ball, and our hands, we're making our M, and we're going down. So it's 1, 2. Let's get better at stop moving the ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then switch over. So other leg in front now. Still making our M with our hands. So front foot beside the ball, just a little bit at the top of the ball. And then we're touching our knee, bending our hips and our knees to touch our knee off the ball. 3, 4, stop moving it. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm having a bad round this time. 9, 10. Okay? So what we're practicing for that, so for people that are a little bit younger, is when if we're able to get that, bend our hips and our knees to get down nice and close to the ground, it makes it easier to pick up the ball. Okay? If I bend down like this, if I can get down into this position, all I have to do then is I have to kick the bottom of the ball, chip it up with my toe, and then I bring it into my tummy. Okay? So that's just starting off for someone that's learning how to do their crouch lift. Okay? We'll get our drink again, and then we're going to move into some of our jumping stuff. Okay, so there's a little bit of jumping with the ball, and then there's other jumps where we're just trying to jump as far as we can. Okay, so get your drink, and we'll go again in 30 seconds. Perfect. Okay. So first what we're going to do is we're going to do ball on the ground, and we're going to do jumps over the ball left to right. Okay. I'm going to show you make sure you can see the floor. So I have my ball there on the ground. So what I do is I'm going to stand beside one side of the ball. Now what I want us to do is we're going to jump and get our feet over the ball. Okay. So for starting off, I'm happy that we're just going to do a jump, take a little break, and then jump again. Okay. For smaller people, if you want to jump, you're just trying to get your feet over the ball. If you're a little bit older, what I'd like you to do, so you're going to watch my knees now. Okay. So this is called a tuck jump. So I'm going to jump over the ball, but I want my knees to come up as far as my tummy. Okay. So I'm over the ball, and my knees come up to my tummy. So probably if you're in about junior, seniors, maybe first and second class, if you just jump over the ball with your feet nice and straight, trying to make sure you're getting over it going left to right. And then for the older people, probably from third class up, we'll do our tuck jump. So trying to jump, getting your knees up as far as your tummy. Okay? So I'm going past sixth class, so I'm going to have to do tuck jumps, which are a little bit harder. Okay? So I'll just get back so you can see me. So I've got my ball here. Okay, so like we said, we're going to take our break in between each jump. We're going to do a little challenge at the end to see how many can we do over and back. Okay, so up, knees up to my tummy if I'm older. We'll do 10 and we'll just take a little break. 7, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, take a little break, wriggle out your legs. Remember Peter on Tuesday was talking about that we're trying to get about 20 or 30 jumps in for our session. So I did 10 jumps there. So we'll do 2 more rounds of that and then we'll move on to the other ones. Okay? So back again. This time I'm going to imagine that I'm in junior infants. So you're going to watch my feet if you're junior, seniors, first or second. So instead of getting my knees up, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to jump with my legs nice and straight over the ball. Okay? So we'll do 10 of them as well. So 2 of them. Brilliant. Okay, wriggle out your legs, get a quick drink. Now, this one is going to be a little bit harder. Okay, so we're going to stand behind the ball. And what I want us to do is we're going to jump over and back. Okay, make sure you're really careful that you've got nothing behind you. So what I would say is try and get as close to the front of your room as you can. So if you jump forwards, should be fine. But if you jump forwards and you fall, you'll fall on your bum, but there's nothing to knock off you at the back of you. Okay? So make sure that wherever your ball is, mom or dad, make sure that there's nothing behind them, so that if they do fall on their bum when they jump backwards, that it's okay and there'll be nothing will happen. Okay? So we'll do the same thing. We'll do 5 forwards and 5 backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Right. So next one we're going to do is we're going to do our little challenge. So like we said, how many can we do in a row without having to take a break? So we'll go for 20 seconds. A really good score for this would probably be something around 13 or 14. Okay? So first one we're going to do is we're going to do our left to right. So we're going to count our score. So for 20 seconds, how many jumps left to right can we do without having to take a break? Okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a break. Very good. I got 19 in 20 seconds. Okay. So take a break for yourself. Now we're going to do it going forwards and backwards. So like we said, make sure we've got our space, that if we fall backwards, we can land on our bum. We'll be okay. Okay? So 20 seconds, forwards and backwards. If you want to take a little break in between each of the jumps, that's okay too. What you'll do is you'll count how many jumps you can get in the 20 seconds. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And break. 20 seconds gone. Now, so we'll get our drink again. Now. Okay. Now, so next one we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a little bit more complicated than we did last week. So last week we did our David Clifford bounce. So if anyone can remember, if you've got your name on your ball, or there's a name on the ball, remember our high five, the name on the ball is the button, goes on top, and instead of dropping the ball and letting it slowly come back to you, what he does is he pushes the ball, so he pushes the button down into the ground, so it comes back to him nice and quick. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stand back here, we're going to go up. If I'm jumping towards my right, I'm on my left leg, okay? So I'm jumping from my left to my right leg, and then when I land, so I jump left to right, when I land, I do my Clifford bounce, and I turn off that leg, okay? So I'll just show you one. So I'm here on my left leg, up on one leg, I jump diagonally across onto my right leg, and when I land, I bounce, and I move that direction, okay? It's hard to do in slow motion, so the faster you do it, the easier it's going to be, okay? So one leg, so over here, and then you're moving away, okay? So it's like you're going in a zigzag. So you're jumping from left to right, and then you hop with your bounce, and you go back towards your left again, okay? So we're back here, up on one leg, diagonal bounce, and go back again. So we'll do 8 off that side, and then we'll do it off the other side. So if we're bouncing, going towards our left, we're bouncing the ball with our right hand coming across our body where we're going to jump into. Okay? 2. That's 4. Last 2. Okay, so now we're going to do it off the other side. Ball on your left hand. You're going to start with the foot, opposite foot. So now it's your right foot. You're going to jump diagonally to your left and then bounce, coming back towards your right, and you're bouncing with your left hand. Okay, so we'll do 8 of these as well. So up on one leg, diagonal bounce. 1. 2. 3. 4. 4 more. 7, and last one. Brilliant. Okay. So what we're practicing there is that if you're taking on someone in a game or a goal game splits, if you're able to turn and hop, if you're able to sidestep and hop the ball at the same time, that you should be able to try and beat someone that you're going to be playing against. So trying to run, either go left or right of them instead of just running in a straight line. Can you turn and change direction? And that will make it very hard for you to be marked in a game. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit. We did a bit of solo and left and right 2 weeks ago. So we're going to do something like that now again, but we're going to do it a little more complicated. So we're going to bring in a spin, okay? So a spin is when, like we were saying there with our side step, spinning a defender is another way to try and beat them, okay? So if I'm running towards the camera, I solo the ball, I bring it into my tummy, and I spin the defender, okay? So make sure when you're spinning, you keep the ball nice and close to your tummy so that you can't be taken off you, okay? And what you want to do, so imagine my water bottle is the defender. I want to take my solo 2 or 3 steps before the defender because they can't tackle me, and I want to solo before him, and then I've got time to control the ball, and then I have to spin around him, okay? So just watch my feet. So I'm running towards my water bottle, 2 or 3 steps, I solo, and then I spin when I get to my defender, okay? So what we're going to practice and we're going to try to do is we're going to go forwards, we're going to solo off your right, and then spin, and then you're going to do every second one. So we'll go for 1 minute. 2 seconds there, I get my watch. So we'll do this for 1 minute. We'll do every second foot. And can we spin in different directions as well? Okay. So I'm going forward. I solo right. I spin to my right. I'm going to solo left and spin left. So you should be trying to spin the same way that the solo, with the leg that you're soloing with. So if you're soloing with your right leg, you spin this way to your right, and if you're soloing with your left leg, it spins this way. Okay? We're halfway gone. I have 4 done. Spin. Ten seconds left. We get 2 more in. Okay, take a break. Okay, so we can practice. We can be practicing that a little bit at home. So that's something you just get better at the more you practice it. Okay, so the best thing about soloing before you go into a defender is that when you solo the ball, that means you're allowed to hop the ball the next time. So if you're playing a game and you solo the ball before the defender, you can hop it when they're tackling you, and you can just push them away, and you can hop the ball when you're coming out of the tackle. If you hop the ball before going into a defender, it makes it harder for you to keep the ball afterwards because you have to solo the ball because you can't hop it twice in a row. Okay? So if you hop it first, you have to solo it next time, which when there's someone marking you, it's a much harder skill to do when someone's on you instead of hopping the ball. Okay? So what we'd like to be able to do is anytime we're running into a player, we should solo it first so that we're able to hop it on the way out. Okay? So always try and remember that when you're playing games or in training. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do our crouch lift. Okay, so we'll do our shuttle. So what I want you to do is get 2 pillows. I've got 2 cones. Last week you might have had 2 books as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put cone on one side, cone on the other, pillow or book or whatever. You can't see that, so I'll do it forwards and backwards. Okay, so make sure you can do it from as much space as you can. Okay. So the ball goes into the middle of between the 2 cones or 2 pillows or 2 books. So what I want us to do is you're going to run towards one cone. You're going to crouch lift the ball, put it down, turn, and then you're going to do the same with the other foot. Okay? So you're switching feet each time. And you're putting it down again. Okay? So we're going to go for 30 seconds, and you're going to count how many can you do. Okay? So I'm going to start back at my first cone or my first book or pillow, whatever we get on the ground. We've got our ball in the middle of the space, 30 seconds, and we're going to go over and back and make sure to use both legs. So instead of just using one leg all the time, can we use left and right? Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2. Halfway gone, I've 8 gone. Break. That's a pause. Okay. So I got 14. I got 14 in 30 seconds. So we're going to try that one more time. So just a little break for a few seconds. We're going to go again for 30 seconds. And then we're going to try and beat our score. So we're trying to beat the score we got the last time. 3, 2, 1, go. We're halfway again. Beat it by 1. Okay? So like with any time we're doing a counting game where you're counting your score, you shouldn't be overly worried about someone else's score at all. You should be only worried about trying to beat your own score. So I beat my score by 1. So I'm very happy now. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little hand passing challenge and balancing. So if you have mom or dad in the room to help you, that'd be great. So what I want us to do is one leg. So we're going to balance on one leg, get mom or dad to go 2 or 3 feet away or 2 or 3 yards away from you. And you're trying to hand pass it to mom or dad while balancing on one leg. If you have a brother or sister in the room with you, you could do that with them as well. Or if you are on your own, what I'd like you to do is find a wall. Okay? So you're balancing on your one leg, and you can just be hand passing the ball off the wall. Okay? So I've no one to play with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be passing off the wall. Okay? So first one we're going to do is we're going to hand pass the ball with our right hand only. Then we're going to go left hand only, and then we're going to go left and right. Okay? So we've 3 games left to play, 3 30 seconds, and we're balancing on one leg. Okay? If you're hand passing it with your right foot or your right hand, keep your left leg on the ground. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. If you have to hop a little bit to get your balance right, that's okay too. Okay, take a break. Okay, so now instead of watching my hand pass, I want you to watch my feet. Okay, so I'm going to do it for about 10 seconds and you're going to watch my feet. So come into your telly or camera so that you can see. So now I'm on my other leg. So watching the way that if I can keep my leg in the same space, that's great. But if I need to be moving around because the ball isn't coming straight back to me, that's okay too. Okay? So we're going to do 30 seconds now, and you're going to do it off the other side. Okay, so if you hand pass last time with your right hand, this time you're going to hand pass with your left hand. Okay, and then switch the leg you're balancing with. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. And break. Okay. And last one we're going to do today is we're going to switch every second hand. Okay. So I'm going to call halfway through. So when we're 15 seconds done, what I want you to do is you're balancing on one leg. So 15 seconds you're going to be on one leg. I say switch, and then you change your leg so that you're going to be balancing off the other leg for the last 15 seconds. Okay. So last thing we're going to do today, 30 seconds, we're going to hand pass every second side. So left hand and right hand. So every second one, you switch over and back. Okay? Can make it a bit hard. There we go. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. So left hand and right hand. Switch feet. Now you're balancing on your other leg. And break. Okay. So that is our session done for this morning. Okay. So well done to everyone that was part of it. So we did a little bit of a warm-up. Then we practiced our different types of jumps. So we did our jumping, going diagonally and doing our hop. We did our hops forwards and backwards over the ball, and then we did it side to side over the ball as well. Older kids, we did our tuck jumps, which was very good. So trying to get your knees up as far as your tummy. And then we did our skills. So we did our solo and spin. We did our crouch lift, so our shuttle over and back. And then we did our hand pass and balancing on one leg. So what what I'd like us to do is over the next week is those little challenges that you do. You can practice them at home yourself. So when you're counting your score, the next time you do it, you're trying to beat your score and improve it. Okay? So well done, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. So we've got hurling on Tuesday with Peter, and then I'll be doing football on Thursday again. Okay? See you guys.